Okay, then let's look at the process of ending a marriage.
Yeah.
Let's imagine, for the purposes of this discussion, that you have two people, foreigners, who are living in Spain and decide they want to get divorced. So how does this start?
Yeah. The starting will be, first of all, is to contact with a lawyer, okay,
Yes.
in order to know what is going to happen
Yes.
from that moment, okay, and to be guided during all the procedure. First step is to try to get an agreement between both parties in order to get the divorce with all parties agree with that, okay,
Yes.
and it will be necessary to go through all the terms of the divorce. That is because if we can get an agreement, okay, between both parties, the procedure is going to be quicker, is going to be cheaper. Okay,
Yes.
it is very common in this type of procedure when getting a divorce that the mediation is going to be done by the two lawyers. Okay, it's not a case in which, in many cases, it's not good that the couple are going to discuss the terms of the divorce directly.
Themselves, yes.
It is advisable that you use a lawyer to negotiate that. It is that the first step is to start the negotiation, and the best thing is that you do that through a lawyer in order to try to get an agreement about the terms of the divorce. If there is an agreement, it is necessary to submit that agreement to the court.
So this agreement would cover what's going to happen about the children, what's going to happen about your money, what's going to happen about your house, the grounds upon which you're going to get divorced. The whole picture would be presented to the court and say, Judge, this is what these people have agreed. Do you say that's okay?
That is correct. It is that we must do mention of all the terms of the divorcing, including the children, any economic compensation that are going to be paid, when you can visit the children if you have no custody of the children, all that terms. Okay, and it is when we have an agreement when we are going to submit that to the court.
Yes.
In Spain, if there are children involved, okay, it's going to be the public prosecutor, okay, that is the fiscal, who is going to check that in any agreement that both parties has done, the interests of the children are protected.
Yes.
Okay, it is that the public prosecutor is going to be involved in any resolution involving children.
And I think it's again important to say that the public prosecutor is involved not because you're going to be prosecuted for doing something wrong, but it's his function. One of his functions is to protect the interests of children and incapacitated people.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are the grounds for divorce in Spain? Can you just wake up one morning and say, you know what, we want a divorce, let's get divorced? Or do you have to have some grounds for doing so?
No, if you want to get a divorce in Spain, you can do it. It is not necessary to argument any reason about why you want to get the divorce.
So you don't have to say, for example, my wife has committed adultery or she beats me up or anything like that. You just say, we don't want to be married anymore. We've agreed all of the things about the children and the money. Please separate us.
Yeah. Years ago, that was the scenario. It is that you need to explain the reason why you were getting the divorce. But at this moment, legally, there is no reason to argue why you are getting the divorce. I want to get the divorce, and I can do it.
And in fact, Spain now has one of the most liberal divorce laws in Europe, I think.
That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes.
It is that getting the divorce, it is possible in Spain from the 81, okay, because that the law to get the divorce was approved on that date. It is before that. We have had 50 years in which it was impossible in Spain to get a divorce. Okay, after that first law that was approved after the 81 to get a divorce, at this moment we have.
Spain is just a completely different country now.
It is.
I was in Spain on the day when General Franco died.
Yeah.
And Spain was just a completely different world back at that time.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary, the changes and the progress that have been made.
Yeah.
So the actual getting of the divorce, if you don't have any children, getting a divorce is very straightforward.
That is.
Yes. If you don't have children and there are no big money problems, How long does it take, roughly, from seeing the lawyer and saying, I want to get divorced, to the divorce happening?
It can be very quick. If there is no children involved, or for a simple divorce, it can be done in weeks. It is that in 4-6 weeks, you can have your divorce. Yeah.
So your wife could go away on holiday, and by the time she got back, you could be divorced?
Yeah, maybe.
Progress. Okay, so that's the simple case where there are no children.